Oh, man, don't even get me started. It's not good for my blood pressure.
I know it's not.
But you got your answer.
I think what's going to happen if we're down next time, I'm just going to tell one of our guys to tell the refs, hey, I think the rim's crooked.
Right.
But I went out there and looked, and it did look, and Zach Zarber's a great ref. Kevin Love's a vet. And so the good thing was, instead of 38 minutes, 40 minutes, it was a relatively short time, and we were able to get right back into it. But it's like Yogi Berra says, like deja vu all over again.
How do you handle when the flow is like that in the fourth? When it's that, a couple of video timeouts. I mean, it was slogging along there.
Well, it's part of the game. You have to find a way to stay with it. And obviously, I give our guys credit because that's two instances recently where you could allow that to become a distraction. You could allow that to impact your energy and effort, focus, discipline. And our guys didn't do that. So that was great to see. Obviously, they're a very good team. Obviously, no Mitchell tonight, but still, and we won with really good defense once again, which I'm proud of. 17 made threes tonight. I think 7 of 12 in the corner. Took care of the basketball, and a lot of guys contributed. So another great example of a home win in front of our crowd, and I think that's, 10 in a row at home? Yeah. And obviously we have a bunch more coming up, so if we can continue to protect our home court, that'll bode well moving forward.
#1 defense in the NBA, and Jared Allen's a serious defensive player of the year candidate. Joker goes for 28, 15 and 10, 10 to 17 from the field. What'd you see in that matchup, and what did it say about Nikola and the offense, that it doesn't matter who they face, they can put up the numbers that they do?
Well, be careful here. Nikola doesn't see defensive player of the year guys. We've seen that a lot recently. He just, doesn't matter who's in front of him. He's a great player, and he's going to find a way to score and be efficient in doing so. So Jared Allen is a hell of a player. That's the #1 defense in the NBA. And for us to put up 121, 28 assists, 17 threes, those are great numbers across the board. It wasn't just Nikola. I give our guys a ton of credit. And Nikola's seen a lot. From past matchups within our division and so on and so forth. So, but we know that when we play them in Cleveland, it'll be a different story. They'll be geeked up to play in front of a great home crowd, and hopefully we can be as effective and efficient.
Coach, whenever there is a defender who might have a good game or two against Nikola defensively, it seems like he solves that problem basically overnight for the next meeting. Have you seen a player problem solve this quickly like Nikola Jokic does, no matter who he's facing?
Well, I've been around some really good players. So, it's like, LeBron James is a guy that has seen everything under the sun. And same thing. And I compare those two a lot, and people think I'm crazy, but aside from the athleticism, their IQ and their ability to play chess and not checkers is just remarkable. And to read the situation, not only how I'm being guarded, but the other 4 defenders on the floor. And Nikola, he's like a computer, man. He reads that stuff really quick and makes the right read 9.9 times out of 10.
Coach, there was a moment middle of the fourth quarter, I think you were pulling out Bones. Went over and spoke to him for, I think, about 20 seconds there. Just wondering, what was the message there?
Just tell him he had a great game for us. Played really well, scored the ball, helped carry the load while we had starters out. And it was good to see him continue to play at a high level.
Was he frustrated at the fact that technical foul that he got, it looked like he dropped his head a little bit and was just maybe upset at himself?
I think Bones, I think everybody on our bench thought it was a shooting foul, which it was obviously not a shooting foul. And then, when they reviewed it and saw that, in their eyes, again, I haven't seen a really good example of the video, that he inadvertently made contact with the defender's midsection. And so that's why they called the technical foul. But, Bones, look at his line, 13 points. Very efficient in doing so. Did a lot of good things for us. So thought him and Bruce off the bench. And I thought DeAndre Jordan, I got to give DeAndre a lot of love tonight. We've been going with Zeke Naji. Zeke's been playing well. I told our coaches at halftime, I said, we've given up 11 offensive rebounds in the first half. And DeAndre Jordan is probably our best defensive rebounder. If you go per 36, his rebounding is off the charts. So want to get a little bit more size and physicality with DJ out there, and I thought his impact, for a guy that only played 6 minutes, I thought he impacted the game in a real positive manner. So that was great to see as well.
How would you evaluate your zone defense tonight?
I thought it was great. I thought it was great until the shot went up. And then, and what I mean by that is, when you're in the zone, you have to find a guy in your area. And I thought they had, we went to it, Chris, in the first half. I think they had scored 36 in our paint. They were just scoring at will. And they had only made 3 threes to that point. So it was on a free throw. I said, let's go back fist one time, what we call our zone, and see how it works. And I thought it was great because it kept Garland out of our paint. But we just had a hard time rebounding out of it. And if we can clean that up, I thought it was really effective. And to that point, I'd say in the last 3 weeks, in the last 15 games, we've had some games where I think our zone has helped us win. And I thought tonight was one of those.
It looked like Jamal was trying to just get back in for a couple minutes with like 3 minutes to go. And I was just curious what that process was like. So you had a nice lead there, and how you thought he responded in his back-to-back, his first back-to-back.
Well, I'm just so proud of him, man. Forgetting the last 3 minutes of the game, I mean, it's got to be close to 600 days since he's played a back-to-back. It's incredible. Today, I don't know if you guys realize the magnitude of it, but this is a big, big step for Jamal and this team. The fact that he only played 21 last night really helped. Tried to keep his minutes down, and he played 32 tonight. But mentally, that's got to be so invigorating for him to say, you know what, I can do this. And he just continues to make steps in the right direction. So I'm so proud of him. He was Defensive Player of the Game tonight, along with DeAndre Jordan. I thought Jamal's energy, he had 10 contests, he had 2 blocks, he was into the ball. He was guarding a guy in Darius Garland who was an all-star last year, and I thought he was terrific in that. So I love Jamal, so proud of him, and just another check-the-box moment as we move forward to getting him back to being the complete player we know he is.
One more, Michael, I know the team isn't fully healthy, but the way you've utilized your bench at times this season, it seems like it depends on who you guys are playing. You play the matchups, bigger guys, DJ. Maybe you want to stretch the floor, you go Zeke. Can you kind of talk about it? It's more like a baseball bullpen at times, it feels like, with some of those guys.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I think early in the season it was much more of that, where it's almost like, okay, who are we playing, kind of determined. I would say, I'm not sure how many games it's been now, but probably within the last 10 games, big or small, I've played Zeke. I think, as I told DeAndre, and he's been great as a pro and being a leader, I said, listen, I need to find out what Zeke Naji can bring to the table. And I can't do that in just 2-game windows. No one can do that in a 2-day window. We need to see Zeke have an extended run. And I talked to DeAndre today as we were going through the walkthrough, and I said, just stay with me. I said, your leadership, your positivity has been impactful for me and the team, but you also got to stay ready because, if something happens, we need you to come in. And tonight was a great example of that. So earlier in the season, it was much more that, who are we playing, but been going with Zeke Naji. Zeke's done a good job, but tonight we were getting our butts kicked on the glass. And one thing I know about DJ, he's going to rebound the ball. And tonight I felt he was also a rim protector. And now you're getting, a lot from him, which is terrific.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it, guys.